It's the Line Makers on Sporting News.
Pac-12 football, the Line Makers on Sporting News with Kenny White. I'm Brian Blessing. Stanford at Oregon. Ducks open 21.5, down to 20.5. Total on the game is 65. The Ducks control their destiny now following Alabama's loss, win out, and they're in the BCS championship game. But the bottom line is, Kenny, that means style points are out the window. This is just about surviving and advancing.
Yeah, I agree. They don't need to run the score up here, but 2 words, under pressure. Huge pressure now for Oregon because they are in the driver's seat, and you don't want to make a mistake. Marcus Mariota, the redshirt freshman quarterback for Oregon, really hasn't played a bad game yet this year. I've been waiting for it to happen because he's still a young kid, but he hasn't. This is going to be a very tough test.
Speaking of freshman quarterbacks, Kevin Hogan got his first start. It was at home, rallied the Cardinal to beat Oregon State last week. Pretty impressive stuff. But now he's making, at all places, his first road start at Oregon.
Yeah, and a place where Chip Kelly is 26-1 since he's been at Oregon. He's lost 1 game, that was to USC last year. 15-11-1 covering the spread. I really like Kevin Hogan as a quarterback. All he's done so far is completed 77% of his passes, 8.4 yards a pass, 6 touchdowns, 2 INTs. If, it's a big word, he can take care of the football and not turn it over, Stanford's got a shot to be in this game.
He replaced Nunes. How did you have him rated relative to Nunes?
The beginning of the year, I had Nunes a half a point higher than Hogan, but Nunes played so poorly, he's actually dropped below Hogan. Now Hogan's actually upgrading this Stanford team.
Stanford 7-3 to the under. No big shock here. Oregon's an over team, 6-3 to the over. Total sits at 65. What do you make of that total?
Well, we have trends on both coaches too. So far, David Shaw in his short career at Stanford, 8-2 on the road since he's been the Stanford head coach. And Chip Kelly, all he's done since he's been the Oregon head coach, 20-5 over. 20-5 over. I think there could be some points scored in this game, but I really think there's some value with Stanford plus the points under pressure.
We shall see how it all turns out. The Ducks, they are now controlling their own destiny, but Stanford's still alive to play in the Pac-12 title game.